I felt, oh my gosh, dude, I was so bad. I had to look it up on my phone on YouTube how to make scrambled eggs, and I was just like, can't believe this. This is like 20 something, and I'm looking up how to make scrambled eggs.
Yeah, what is this world coming to? Quarantine, everyone's learning how to do something new. But here we go. The set has started, like we said. This is the last set of the night. We're gonna sit here and hope it's a good one. We are watching Default versus Mighty, Byleth versus Banjo going at it here, and starting out kind of exactly how I thought. A lot of things throwing, a lot of arrows being shot, a lot of feeling each other out here. Yep.
Exactly, because both these characters can do a good job, like with their projectile game, kind of zoning out each other, and that can really make some advantage spots for both players. And we're already seeing Mighty doing a good job, just like staying back at the stage, resetting the neutral, and then like shooting out the grenade bomb.
Yep.
You see him use that a lot. He gets so much mileage off of it too.
That grenade bomb is a little bit goofy. It's tough to deal with sometimes because you don't realize how long it's gonna last, and it also bounces in a very odd fashion too.
You can reflect it too, which makes it even better actually. Like in some edge guarding case scenarios, you can reflect off of it. Ooh, nice little side view there.
Talking about a wonky and wacky move, that is one. But yeah, we've seen it's been tough for Byleth than for Default to get those arrows through, just because of how many of those grenade bombs he's been tossing out and how many eggs. Those are going to essentially just negate anything that Byleth is shooting, and we've seen him have to struggle to get an arrow all the way over to Mighty.
Ooh. A little nice interaction there. Try getting a part of the tether. That gonna come into play. Nice usage of the arrow. He catches it right on the timing he was trying to do the beat.
Just as I was saying, arrows aren't catching. He catches one for a kill.
Hey, you gotta do target practice sometime, man.
Yeah.
I think bow and arrow people do it.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Conversions coming from Mighty are working out so well for him. He gets the backer to send him off stage. Your opportunity. Oh, no, the tether actually saving Default there, but I don't know about that one, though.
That's a scary move and a goofy one, Joe. One of the better moves, in a sense, in this game. It's, another reason why they only give you 5 per stock to use. I think if Banjo didn't have that move, he would be probably one of the worst characters in this game. If that one wasn't, if the Colton Feather wasn't an option. But that really kind of makes him pretty dang useful in a lot of different situations. But you got 1 kill off of it so far, but he's only got 1 left this stock, so gonna have to conserve it. And keep in mind that's an option that a lot of times these Banjos have to use to recover efficiently as well. So.
Yes, indeed. And nice usage of the arrow again, and we see the taunt.
Another arrow connecting. Both of Mighty stocks have gone and fallen through because of that arrow. He's gonna have to watch out for that moving forward in this matchup.
Yeah, they're not gonna get the up smash. Wait, was that up tilt? I couldn't tell.
It was that was enough. I don't remember, but
well, it was where Kazooie was like spinning around.
Yeah, and well, those moves that vary are always if they're
oh my god.
Oh, still living, but still alive.
A great ZI there by Rick. Oh,
good read.
Without the landing.
Oh, gonna get a punish with the spear. Oh, sure, almost catch him with the arrow again. Watch out, and falling. Yeah, just too much lag on that spear. Mighty was able to take advantage of it, hop over it, come down with the back air, and take game number 1.
Exactly, man. Oh my gosh. I would have popped off if Default did actually make all that back. It looked like he was putting in the work with it.
All right, let's see where they end up going here. Yeah, you guys said you're with what you've been doing. You said going on a walk. Where you're out in Howell, Brighton, out in that area. You said, right? Yeah. So I know that you're got some pretty good areas to get outside in for you. I'm here in essentially Cityville, just north block you know, a half-mile north of Detroit. So it's like everywhere I go, it's like I can't get to a park. I'm walking on streets everywhere I go.
Oh my gosh. Dang, I mean, you don't even get to hear peace and quiet for your area. You're just hearing honking horns.
Yeah.
All I'm seeing are these people with dogs and everything, and just walking the trails.
That's nice. No, I can get out to some trails here, just not. And I love the kind of city living. I love being down here where lots of stuff's going on. I know that's not for everybody. It's definitely for me, but there is things I miss about, you know, being a little bit more secluded, being able to get to kind of the middle of nowhere in a quicker amount of time.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we see Default heading back into the arena. He's ready to go. Mighty hopping right in after him, and the battle is about to start. We are looking at game number 2.
Yep, no character switch here. We might see stage change. We got a Kalos. Okay, not much of a change. You know, it's a much wider. It is a wide space, so both characters have a lot more room to move around. With this stage, though, in particular, is that I think these side blast zones are gonna help. I think they can help a Default out a lot.
Yeah, the blast zones in general are pretty high. You know, the wide side blast zones and a pretty decent sized ceiling as well. Gonna give him some room to. If you get caught by, if you get caught by some of those golden feather attack, you know, you're gonna end up living just a little bit longer. I felt like he died at some fairly early percentages last time, so let's see if this one helps him out too. You know, to be honest, too, a lot of times with these Wi-Fi tournaments, I think you see a lot more of these flat stages because I think people play in quick play quite a bit, and
yeah,
you play in quick play, and you
don't really get the tripod stage,
right? You get used to FD, and a lot of times, you know, if FD gets banned, the first option you go to is Kalos.
Pretty reasonable pick.
Yep. Good
Nice.
job falling with the neutral air. Try to follow up with the spear, but Mighty not having anything of it. But finally able to connect. Ends up taking stock number 1 from Mighty. 93% here. Gonna have to play a little bit careful if they want to get some extra credit out of this one. Falling, dropping shield just a little bit too early, but staying alive. Like we mentioned, those wide blast zones maybe saving them. And again.
Something I don't think I actually mentioned was that you see Biles using the tether right there, like each time she tries to get back on the stage or whatever. That tether actually works the same way as Joker's tether.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Was that back air or forward air?
Back air, no.
Yeah, that was back air. Okay, I looked at the screen.
Catching with the tether, was almost able to get a conversion off of it. No string allowed though. Mighty getting a good attack in neutral and starting to throw some bombs, but unable to win. Good thing he didn't go there. That up smash would have been disastrous, but he had a good option to get up instead, and now both players are boxing center stage. Mighty able to finish it off with a jab, and now trying to get in the Edgar situation.
We've seen Mighty use so much usage of the Wonder Wing there. What you were mentioning before, Greg, was that he's got to watch out. He cannot use Wonder Wing so much because he's only allowed 20 feathers? 5?
5 a stock.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he keeps using that, like, all the time, he's gonna run out of feathers eventually. He's down to 1.
Yeah.
Never mind. That doesn't matter.
He's down, yep, it's down to 1, but also keep in mind that this stock is almost gone, so he's done a pretty good job of reserving it and using it at a pace that he could. You know, one thing to keep in mind too with that golden feather, it's like, you know, once it's gone, not only is it gone for you in an attack situation, but I mentioned earlier, you can a lot of times use as a recovery tool as well. So it goes out the window there, but also now your opponent just knows, okay, they're not going to do this anymore, and really gives them a little bit more insight, allows them some better options, allows them to get some possible conversions off of you that they wouldn't be able to if they didn't know that Wonder Wing was out the window.
I love the way you elaborated on that. That Wonder Wing again coming into play. 117 here is sitting default percent. Dude, nice. I like this. He's not like overcommitting right here. He's not like over forcing himself to the center of the stage. He's like backing off a little bit, seeing if the projectile can come out, and then go for it. Get hit by that grenade egg.
Ooh,
oh Lord!
Oh boy! With the down smash, and that is a scary spot to be in. Cause it's like you have to move. You're either like, do I want to have my shield broken, or do I want to? Because that's the option. You leave your shield there, and you're going to be dead anyway. So it forces you to think, and if you think just a little bit too late, you're dead anyway.
Holy crap! That was something else.
Yeah, really good on defaults, and for pulling that out right there. I like that. What I really like, the default uses it at the right time. A lot of times with Byleth, you'll see them. That'll kind of be their edge guard bread and butter. That'll be like, hey, I know you're gonna roll right here. I'm gonna use it almost every time you try and get up. But we haven't seen it yet, so using it as a mix-up just to finish off stock number 3 in a tight situation in game number 2 was just magical. Good work.
Very magical. You know what's funny about Byleth's down smash? The animation of it, it literally looks like the magic paint wand from Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, I do see it. All right, so
Mario's paintbrush, or his magic brush, I'd say.
That was is that the first? Give me the first one that you and I commentate that doesn't go to 3-0.
Yes, that's right. So we're going to game 3, I believe. It's 1-1 right now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You are correct.
Finally. Suck at anything. All right, here we go. Oh, back to Town and City. Didn't Mighty win on the stage?
He did, and I don't know what rule set they are using. Let me actually pull up the handbook here. I'm not sure if they have it in there. I do know that a lot of times with online rules, Dave's stupid rule is not in effect. So we'll see if I don't know if it is in this one. I would assume it's not. If it is, then he might have just agreed to go, or maybe.
Actually didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I know. I didn't either until a recent comment. I was recently commentating on another tournament, and it was brought up there too. But I guess online quite a bit. For some reason, the DSR is not really a thing. I love how we just all accept that rule, and we call it a stupid rule, but we all just use it anyway. Like we know it's dumb. Like we know.
Yeah, accept it either way. But
yeah. Hey, we using that stupid rule? I don't know. It is stupid, but yeah.
Whose stupid rule is that? Dan. Who's Dan?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice! Catches the roll there and gets the jump back here. Pulling out Mighty's first stock. But he's really got to be careful here. He cannot, can't be shooting out these smash attacks like much. Or just do stuff like that. Not even hold shield or anything. Just get hit by the Wonder Wing. I've seen that so much from Mighty.
I really like what they tried there. They tried to go for that neutral air as Mighty was getting up and almost caught him with the tether. That would have been clean.
Because something you can do off the tether is you can actually convert any other aerial like right after it if you get your opponent caught in the tether.
Yep.
It's not like it drags you down or anything like Joker.
Yeah, and another thing about that
my God,
that wing is that it's tough to understand where it's going to end. Even when you shield, it's hard to punish because it just blows right through you. You can end up on the other side of the frickin' stage.
It can actually shield. It can actually shield poke you too. It can.
Yeah.
So it can like maybe bounce you a little bit to the left, depending on which position you're in, and it's.
Just...
I think Wonder Wing has a bunch of armor on it. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, the most armored move in the game. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were saying?
Yeah. People are like, "Oh, Bowser's tough guy's a problem," and then like Banjo's like, "Hold my beer." I'll show you what tough guy looks like.
Uh-huh.
I'll show you what armor looks like, pal.
Uh-huh. I've been willing to do that all day.
Yeah.
Alright, so stocks are even here. He's got a little more percentage on him. I'm liking this adaptation play from default that this is what I wanted to see from the default in game 1 or game 2.
We've seen him throw out that up smash quite a bit. It's got a huge hitbox on it, so you do have to be careful. Sometimes you can catch people trying to just do a quick hop over you with it. You know, and I like the way he's been using it kind of as like a, you know, stay away from me move. Be afraid of it moving. Whoa. Finally catch him with an up air to finish this one off.
Double. Whoa.
Yep.
Hi. It's Kazui's line. She gets hit or whatever. She goes, "Hi." I don't get it, but
Those are some pretty scary looking weapons that Byleth has.
so. But Default is gonna secure himself 2-1 so far, and like we said before, this is best of 5. So we'll see what Mighty's gonna have to adapt here to force the set to a game 5 if possible.
Take a look at bracket, see what has been happening in there. Looks like Thick Nick ended up taking a game from, or ended up beating Camel. Take a look here, see some other ones here. HKD taking 3-0 over FH Bridge. CK47 3-0 over Honey.
Oh, HKD.
Yeah.
He's been putting on he's been on the climb actually in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
Kind of play.
Some young talent from over here in the Detroit area.
Yeah, I love to see that, man, all day. Like just the young play.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's one thing you love seeing about this game is some of those up and comers. I know, you know, Smash got a pretty young scene when it comes to it. A lot of college age students, a lot of people in their young 20s, and a lot of high school players. But all over the country, you see a lot of these players with you know, getting through high school, but at the same time finding a way to be PR players. State, and those are the ones to watch out for, because those are the ones, you know, like, okay, if you're 16 years old and you're you know, one of the best players in your state, well, how are you going to be in a few years after you have a little bit more time and a little bit more time to develop under your belt? And those are the ones you're going to start seeing on the PGR around the country too. So it's real fun to see this game develop and to see some of the talent just get better and better.
Oh, right, you are there, and we just saw Mighty lose his first stock to, I don't know what he was hit by, but oh, I mean, sorry, default stock. But now we see Mighty lose his first stock.
Ooh. Tried to get a read there. Thought he was going to go up nice and high. Try to catch him with the tether. Not going to happen. And Mighty able to get a pretty strong string on finding himself in advantage. Good ledge guard opportunity, but Mighty coming down. I'm sorry, Default coming down with the doesn't matter what he came down with, because he got smacked in the face with that wing not too long after.
Yeah. Played a backer there. Good answer. Oh no! Gonna be no bullseye for you.
No, it's such a tough one to get through. Like I said, it's got so much armor on it. By armor, I mean, someone pointed this out in chat over there, Little Belly, that it's by armor, it's just invincible. So, yeah. So I will stand with my statement earlier by saying it has the most armor in the game out of any attack, because yes, invincible. Oh. But it's such a tough thing to use, especially if you're one of those characters that bust out, you know, some of those projectile attacks that, you know, are good from far away. But if someone rushes down on you, you're gonna get smacked in the face, because that is the ultimate form of rushdown. It's like, I don't care if you're shooting me with an arrow, I'm just gonna push through it and sock you in the face when I get right next to you. So.
Yeah, that's all the gameplay right there for you, and even the stocks here. Could see Mighty Force.
No, able to match out of that real quick, but again, just kind of falling. And it's a great combo buster. You get a second you just get a second to put that input in, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. See, is Mighty gonna force this to a game 5? He's already doing a good job mixing up his neutral options. Great job with the projectile. Okay, he had to roll away there. If he had rolled in, Violet would have been able to send Banjo probably way far off stage. He doesn't care what percent you are at. Like, Wonder Wing is gonna do the stock.
Yeah, man, that's a tough
5. We're gonna count it, Craig.
To be in, man. If you are default, that is a frustrating way to lose that one. Just so many times getting smacked around by that Wonder Ring. Gonna have to kind of make some adjustments and realize, like, hey, maybe I need to back off on some of these strings. Maybe if I realize I might drop this string, I have to just sit back and shield, because so many times he's tried to make a combo happen and just ended up getting run over.
Oh man, oh, gosh. I think this is the first game 5 we've seen tonight. Don't quote me on that, but
First game 5 you and I have seen for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
But I can't quite speak to what was going on before I hopped on the mic here.
Go guys, game of 5, our last set of the night. Where are these two gonna go? They're still sticking with their character, so
3, 2,
Town and City once again.
Right back to the concert of Mr. Slider himself.
Oh, eat, mama. Oh.
Pretty sure those are a couple of my villagers. Oh, you can afford to go to a concert, but you can't afford to help build the bridge, huh? Jeez.
I hate that rule. Alright, so I guess I kind of agree with the stage pick, because I really don't think the stage pick was I don't think the stage was an issue. I felt like maybe there was just some panic options coming in from me closer to the end. Or I'm sorry, default, sorry.
Yeah. I think we're already seeing a little bit of some adjustments from default here. We've seen, I think he's starting to use that arrow only in situations where he has room to avoid the golden feather, and he might even be starting to use it to bait a little bit, because already a couple times we've seen him pull the arrow back, and then immediately the golden feather starts to come out, and he's hopped over it and been able to get a punish off.
The Superman punch not gonna kill.
Oh!
Not
Close quarters in that situation. Mighty sitting on that platform thinking, what the heck just happened to me?
I mean, man, you must be devastated as Mighty in that situation. I mean, with no tech either, that hurts.
He was absolutely not expecting that.
You think he could have teched it? Because I don't know, I didn't see his percentage rate. Because I know there's I know there's a certain percentage where it can't be.
God, how fast did he just mash that? He's at 168%. He came out of that thing in a millisecond.
I don't know, man. He must have fingers or something.
Oh, he almost was able to sneak around that with the spot dodge, but just ended up getting caught by it. But was able to get a good amount of equity out of that last stock. 88% on to Mighty before he ended up losing it. But now here we are already into his 128% to default's 4. So he's default sitting in a much better situation.
Yeah, and something to elaborate on that too when you were saying how much percent did he get before he lost his stock. That's one of the things that you have to make is can you make the assumption of, okay, how much percent can I get off of my opponent's next stock before I lose my stock?
Right.
If you lose it and then everything resets at 0, you're gonna have a much harder time trying to fill out your opponent. I would know. I've experienced it.
Mighty starting to play a little bit more back, starting to take a little bit more of the lame option for a second, which just spent a good 20 seconds just chucking eggs and grenades at him for a second. We had default finally able to wiggle his way in to finish off that stock, but again, Mighty just sitting back and saying all right, I'm kind of down here. I'm gonna just start chucking some stuff at you. I don't want to get you anywhere close to me.
Come to me.
Yep. And honestly, it's not really his spot in his game to be doing that, because if you're gonna sit back and start throwing things, you're already down. Default can say like, fine, I'll do this for 40 seconds and I'll just beat you on time. So you have to start playing your opponent's game when you're behind.
Yeah, and also it's also a factor in mind too. Is like, can you mix up your bread and butter combos? Because if you don't know what you're doing, like in these scenarios, you're kind of forced to mix up your bread and butters on the fly. So you really have to like make usage of it if you can.
Oh.
Ooh.
For sure that was going to go just the tip of that bird's beak. Oh, and just push him far enough out to gimp him. That was like a pixel away from being able to grab on that tether there. But
Game 5 last stock, Craig. Who can take this set?
We will see. The thing that I think is going to be not a good factor for Mighty is we see he's only got one of those feathers left.
Yeah.
And
he's on his last stock too, so he can't.
Last stock. He's not getting any more than that, and default only at 24%. And he's used those feathers quite a bit in this entire match so far, and now he's really has to save that one for the perfect opportunity. Like I mentioned, it's really going to start to limit what you can do, and now you can just start throwing those arrows out at him. Like I said, some of those laggier moves, because you know that they're not going to waste it.
Sure. God, this projectile game from both players. It feels like it's looking like Default has all the momentum right now.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what. I've commentated like a snake versus snake, and I thought that might be the worst projectile match to ever be seen. This might take the cake, actually. Just eggs and arrows.
Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started. All right.
And an egg, and a grenade, and an arrow, and another arrow.
No, but I mean, this is what you kind of have to do in this case scenario. If you're at like this much rage, you can't overcommit, or you can't like force yourself in, because then you're allowing yourself to open the door to KO.
I agree. Both players and kill percentage. Oh, there it was, and that was the last time you are going to see that attack for the night.
Very, and I think Default could have gone for a back air in that situation.
Yeah, Default has done a good job of avoiding those golden wings, but not a good job punishing them when he does.
Yeah, he's not capitalizing off of them. He's just like, he'll just jump over, and like, I think he's trying to reset neutral before anything else happens, but at the same time, you do have to get the punish right after if you dodge it.
Oh no.
Retro, this is it? That's it!
That was it!
The Super Mario 64 move that you see in the games, the spin wheel thingy, I don't know what it's called, but the back throw was gonna seal out the stock.
Spin around to finish it off.
Wow, and 3-2 in Mighty's favor.